Welcome back, family. Today we're going to dig into Mazzaroth Hanukkah, signs in the sun, moon, and stars, and we are not going to leave one iota out. Forgive me while I close these last remaining screens. Here we are back on Stellarium. We are jumping in and we are going to bring this. I was going to do this video tomorrow, but with the amount of signs that I found and the urgency of the time that we're in, I wanted to bring this forward this evening, and I am hoping that all of this will magnify the things that are going on in our world and show us how close we are to the escape of the bride. So let's get digging in. This is Mazzaroth Hanukkah Decoded. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at Apophis, and Apophis tomorrow will strike the wing of Sagittarius again, and we're going to get this up right on the time. Okay, here we go. So here we are. Apophis for the second time is striking the wing of Sagittarius, and we have the Sun and Comet C2024 G3 Atlas. We also have Herculina that is right there. If you did not see my community post, I suggest you keep up with those. Today we're going to do a break-in, and we're going to show you all these signs in the Mazzaroth and how they're connected with our Mazzaroth Hanukkah. So we have some very, very interesting things going on. Let's get back to Apophis, and we have Apophis lined up with the wing, and that is directly tied to flight. This is an attack by the enemy on the escape of the bride. We have the Sun under the wing being protected from the attack, and we have Comet Atlas pointing out, shining a light on this attack. We have Mercury, the messenger, about to enter into the Tabernacle. So we have some very, very strong signs. This is a attack by the enemy. This is Apophis and the Sun, and we haven't had these signs like this. This is essentially a war in the heavens, and we are about to see Mercury enter into the Tabernacle. But before that happens, we have the moon. Let's go to the moon now. We're going to travel over to the Taurus constellation here, and we are going to be looking at comet C2017K2 Pan stars, and we're going to be looking at this alignment here at the exact same time that Mercury is entering the Tabernacle. We have the close approach of the moon, which is the bride, and she has already passed the king, who is seen as multiple things. When he's sitting between the horns of Taurus, he's taking on the position of the judge, but he's also represented as Christ the king, and so he is also a bridegroom sign. And we have both of these horns. We have the right and left horn. The right horn is Ephraim, and the left horn is Manasseh. And we have Eunomia pointing the way to this alignment. And one of the things that I found, let me pull up I have all these with codes. We have a 6/19. This is all on January. It's tomorrow, January the 11th. We have a 6:19 a.m. Pacific Standard Time alignment of Apophis. Then we have at 10:31. Let's go ahead and pull that up here. And I'm doing this on Meridian here, and we'll go ahead and pull this back, and we can see here that Pan-STARRS is lined up with the Zeta Tauri star, and we have the moon is now past the El Nath star, which is the other horn of Taurus. And at this time we have Meridian pointing to the horn of Taurus. And then we are going to go back to, oh well, hold on, before we go anywhere, again, for those who have been following me for a long time, you know what this area is. If we pull back even more, you can see that this is on the edge of the Milky Way, and this area here between the horns of Taurus and the foot of Gemini and the club of Orion, all the way up to the hand of Auriga. We'll back it up just so you can see this area here of the club, the foot, the hand, and the horns is the entrance into the Silver Gate. And so we have the moon and comet Pan-STARRS, and even Eunomia is sitting there in the Charioteer constellation. And this is again a sign of the chariot, and we can say that they're chariots of fire, and we can call that a Merkaba. And we also have a sign of the goat herder. He is also the he runs the sheep pen. He is shown to us with the controller of the animals, and this is another sign of Messiah. And the moon is about to enter into the hand of Auriga, and then it will enter into the Gemini constellation. So we have some very, very, very strong signs of these two horns of Taurus. When the moon came out of the Pleiades, she had just entered what they call the Golden Gate of the Ecliptic. This is where she can obtain the keys to the Silver Gate, and with Jupiter there sitting in the horns as the judge, it is a perfect time. And we also have pan stars essentially marking the other horn, which we can look at as the left behind, the church that wasn't ready. And we also have Mercury. Let's go take a look at now Mercury. Mercury is our next sign, and you can see that Mercury is just about to enter the Tabernacle. And we'll go ahead and run Mercury. Here we can see that Mercury is about to enter into the Tabernacle. We have entry here, and we're looking at the 8:47 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we have the messenger entering the Tabernacle. And this was one of the most important signs that I've been waiting for. And the only thing that I have found that is more important for me, connecting the dots to all of these things that are connected with Hanukkah and the Mazzaroth, and the time that we're in, is the next two signs I'm going to show you are just unbelievable. We're going to go back to a sign that I have already shown you, but we're going to put that in with this because it is directly related. We're going to be looking at asteroid Esther. And again, if you haven't seen my video, we're looking at Esther being in the scales of the Libra constellation for 8 days, and that directly lines up with our Mazzaroth Hanukkah. And you cannot make this kind of stuff up. This is Hanukkah is the story of Hadassah. You can see that here in the Wikipedia for this Esther. We're going to go here really quick. This is Wikipedia for Esther. Esther, originally Hadassah, from the Hebrew Bible. we are looking at the story of Esther directly aligning with our Mazzaroth Hanukkah. So the next thing we're going to look at is one of the most incredible signs that I have found. This part goes pretty deep because I've been watching this asteroid for a very long time, and it is very special for me to see this. What we're going to do here is we're going to back this up now, and we're going to look at a very, very special alignment. This is Vesta, the Virgins, and we're going to be watching the Virgins align with this Surma star. It doesn't do a direct alignment, but it is within the corona of the star. And what we want to do is we want to decode this a little deeper, because this was a very, very special alignment for me. I've been watching Vesta like a hawk with every alignment, wondering when Vesta was going to do something special. And we have something that has happened that is really, really, really special to me. So I want to go over this really quick. The first thing that I noticed in this alignment is I do a little bit of homework, and I dig into these stars. I look at the codes, I look at the names, and what I connected was it's all too much. We'll just say that. So the first thing we're going to look at is the magnitude is 416. I went to the Strong's Hebrew 416. Definition is El Bethel, and this is derived from El meaning God and Bethel meaning house of God. And this is the virgins at the house of God. I saw 99 Virginis, and I went to look at some code, and one of the things that I found was very interesting. I'm sorry, I already had this pulled up, but my computer crashed again, and I'm having to pull this up again. So what I did, many of you may already know this, but I did the calculation for word rapture, and it was a direct match in the simple gematria value of 99. And what I saw here with this 99 Virginis, and we have this rapture equaling 99. So I had to dig a little deeper, and I had to dig into the codes. I wanted to bring this video out quickly, so I didn't make a chart for these codes. I'm just going to bring them out in the video, and then I'll also post them in the description. So let's dig in. The codes that I found in the Rapture Gematria. I'm just going to go ahead and bring it back here, and I'll go over the codes. So Rapture equals Jupiter, freedom from all sin, judgment, pale horse, CERN, catastrophe, Thunderdome, dark horse, channel 9, the abyss, serpent-headed lion, the 10 horns, serpent sign, and China bombs USA. Okay, fam, so now what I did is I ran the codes for Iota Virginis. That is the other name for this Surma star. I have not run Surma yet, but I wanted to get this out because of what I already found. So let's go over those codes. Iota Virginis, new beginning. I, YESHUA, am faithful. Okay? Revelation 9. Black Swan event. King of the Jews. IDES the 11th. This is the code of the end day. A Bible revelation. The master plan. Save the world, chariots of fire. You cannot make any of these things up. These are all code alignments of the things that is happening in our world today. I'll go ahead and put these codes in the description also, so you can check them out. You can go do this yourself. It's very simple to pull these things up. One of the things that I also saw here when I looked, where did it go? This, if you look here, is it's where God appeared to Jacob. Okay, so this, with these horns of Taurus, you're looking at Ephraim and Manasseh, and this is directly involved with Jacob and the tribes, and it is pointing out to us a redemption, and I think it's pointing out two different events, and it's giving us a warning, and these codes are just, they're just too much. So the next thing that we're going to look at is pretty amazing. Here we are, we're looking at asteroid Groom, and we have the approach of Groom, and he aligns with Orion, right below Betelgeuse, and we have a very special alignment here of the Groom and Orion, and we're looking at the end of the day on the 12th. This is right after sunset, and it's basically marking the end of the first day. And these signs to me were absolutely amazing. We have, even if you look, if you go and you look at this Wikipedia of this asteroid, it's all about the bridegroom and marriage, and you cannot make any of these things up. This is a strong marriage sign, and when I looked at when Groom was aligning with Orion, you can see that the moon is in Castor. And as I've said before, if you've been watching me, the ancient sign of Castor and Pollux is not two brothers. That is a Greek and Roman depiction. In the ancient times, it was a bride and a bridegroom, and the groom was Pollux, and Castor was the bride. And so we have the moon in the bride, and what I wanted to do is look at the phase of the moon right after this sign of groom aligning, and wouldn't you know it, she's at 99%. Oh, a 99 equals rapture. And we've been waiting for the full wolf moon, which comes into completion right after that. So we're going to go ahead and watch the hours of the moon, and we're going to nail down exactly when she hits 100%, and so we can complete the journey of the moon. There we go, fam. Let's go ahead and go back on the minutes, and we'll see exactly what time she comes into her completion. And we have 2:02 a.m. on January the 13th. The moon hits 100%.